May mga araw ba na pag-uwi mo parang drain ka, not just tired pero emotionally exhausted?
You might be stuck in a toxic work environment and the signs aren't always obvious. So today we are sharing 5 red flags that scream toxic job and what you can do before it burns you out completely. The BPO Break Room Podcast. Welcome back to another episode. This is Jay and you are tuned in on the rising show in the BPO world. Hello, Kay.
Hello everyone, this is Kay. To those that are watching and listening to us right now, if you haven't yet subscribed on the channel, send us some love and give us a like. Aside from Spotify and YouTube, we are now on Amazon Music and Apple Podcasts at the BPO Break Room Podcast.
The BPO Break Room Podcast.
So here are the 5 signs you are in a toxic job. Number 1, you are constantly anxious before work. So if every night or before a shift, if you feel dread, panic, or even get sick, hindi yan normal ha. That's your body reacting to prolonged stress.
Correct. Yung tipong Sunday scaries pero araw-araw pala.
Correct. Actually, meron akong very, very recent experience lang, no. I have this very close colleague of mine, one of my closest colleagues sa current job ko, no. He just left. He resigned last week and he confided in me and he was sharing na whenever na palapit na yung meeting namin or niya sa CEO namin is inaatake na daw siya ng anxiety. Kapag parang medyo critical yung ginagawa niyang reporting because it involves revenue, it involves potential revenue and revenue loss, no? And ang laki ng expectation sa kanya ng CEO, and I think the way that our boss scrutinizes his work and his demands kasi parang kunyari ngayon may meeting na to pinresent niya yung report niya, right? And then may mga koda-koda and yung mga feedback na yun was not really delivered in a constructive and in a respectful way. And then the following day, gagawin niya yung mga modifications na gusto ng boss, right? And then pe-present niya ulit and then gano'n na naman yung kuda, iba na naman ang gusto and then everyday gano'n. Kumbaga parang it just gives him parang source of anxiety and he said that it's not healthy anymore. Kaya parang pinag-isipan niyan sobrang mabuti na na-move yung kanyang task, na ibang task na lang po kasi nga parang hindi na parang wala daw siyang sense of achievement or accomplishment sa ginagawa niya everyday, knowing that everyday ginagawa niya yung gusto the previous day and then the following day iba na naman ang gusto and hindi naman niya na-anticipate kung ano yung gusto. So na-scrutinize na naman siya, nakukudaan na naman siya, nasasabo na naman siya in short. Right? So naapektuhan yung kanyang mental health talaga. As in sobrang naapektuhan yung mental health niya and nakakasad.
That's really an early sign na lalo na yung feeling mo lagi kang pagod. And even
Correct.
though na normal ang mapagod sa trabaho, hindi naman normal yung tipong minsan may fear ka ng pumasok or parang napaparalyze ka na lang sa stress bago ka pa pumasok. Alam mo yun, yung parang it's your body that's telling you na hindi na yung brain natin.
Sayang pa naman kasi magaling siya and OM siya sa concentrics. So, and concentrics, Convergys Concentrics was really close to my heart. So, I really know, and I'm proud, and I'm going to say this for the rest of my life, that talents in Convergys and concentrics are really unmatched. So, I really believe in his talent. Just very, very sad na ganun yung nangyari sa kanya, right? And the second sign that you are in a toxic job is unrealistic metrics or shifting targets. Maraming makaka-relate dito. For instance, your KPIs change every week and even your goals get moved last minute and when you are able to hit them, kulang pa rin daw.
I think it also entails to, clear communication that wasn't really, should I say, imposed or parang practiced, if I may say. So if you're the type of person who always asks for the deadline, you expect something in return that is much clearer para at least you get to prioritize some tasks that needs to be prioritized and then you put some place into the side in case na halimbawa you don't need it just yet. So I think that's it. Apart from the metrics that have been mentioned, no, always remember that you're not a robot. Hindi araw-araw na or hindi normal rather na araw-araw may bagong impossible na goal.
Correct. And sometimes kasi most often than not, it's not really the job or the work that is toxic, but it's really just one person, and that one person could have the largest influence in the company. So it's appearing na yung buong company or yung buong job ang toxic, hindi ba? And yes,
Drives to madness.
tama yung iniisip mo sa kung sino tinutukoy ko. Charot. But what can you say about yung targets being moved or changed like every week? Pag na-hit yung target and the unrealistic target was for some reasons na-meet naman siya, right? And the reason why it's unrealistic because it's an unprecedented, meaning to say, bakit ang taas ng target? Parang samantalang historically speaking, we have never really done it. And yung ganon. Parang what can you say about that?
Yung parang pinapatulon ka sa apoy na hindi mo makita. Ganon. So, hindi ganon dapat yung growth na we should anticipate, right? Rather, you eventually try to make adjustment, especially that you have seen like a historical data that proves otherwise. Always rely on data, people. Before, when I started as a TL, I never relied on data, but now I realize how important it is.
Really that's good to know.
Syempre, pinalaki niyo ako eh.
The number 3 early signs that you are in a toxic job is micromanagement or zero trust. Managers who breathe down your neck, monitor your every move, or question every little decision. So that's control and not leadership.
I've been in a micromanagement state before. And I feel like na parang every time that I step out of my chair, I can be called out for that. Na parang if I did not respond in a minute or so, parang it's gonna be like a terror.
Kasi
it actually happened before.
Really? Okay.
Na parang like, you did not respond to the initial message, and then parang siguro a minute or two you're not responding, you'll be questioned. Parang ganun.
Talaga?
Yes, you'll be questioned talaga. So parang before kasi araw-araw yung ganun na nagkakaroon ka na lang bigla ng fear. Kaya nakarelate ako sa first line item natin, no? Yung sa anxiety na to a point na parang ito na naman tayo, na parang hindi ka na makaalis sa upuan mo. And it actually parang it cost me my health.
Talaga?
Nagkaroon talaga ako ng gout because of the low intake of water. And bakit hindi ako uminom ng tubig? It's because alam ko babalik ako ng CR.
Okay. And then pag nag-CR ka na, okay. So, I think ang resolution yan, Day, magsuot ka na ng catheter.
Or magano ng arinola.
Correct. Ano lang yun, Day?
It happened to me before, and now that I'm in the right place, na parang gusto ko siyang baguhin. Pero kasi parang naging na siya sa akin, parang naging bad routine na everyday hindi talaga ako ng water. Kasi I have a fear na if I'm not gonna be available to pick up a call, to respond to a message, I feel like na parang nagiging pabaya ako masyado. Parang, I don't know if it's called as a workplace trauma, pero
true. I think that yung ganyang setup mo before, that has become your normal na, hindi ba? And that's what makes that's a familiar thing for you. And moving away from that feeling or that phase or whatever, right? It's kind of difficult because again, hindi nga siya yung familiar feeling.
You know what? You just answered my wonders in mind. Yan yung iniisip ko, bakit kaya hirap akong i-unlearn yun? I think, it truly has become my system na. Na I feel like na if I change that, it would change the entire personality of mine at work.
Correct. Familiar. Kasi, we always go back to what feels familiar, right? Negative or positive yan, right? May mga bagay, like I wanted to relate this to people, for example, that I know who were using drugs, for example, no? Parang they use drugs because they had a problem, blah, 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 and that has become their normal. Whenever they had problem, whenever they wanted to move away from the problem, they use drugs. Up to the point wherein they wanted to stop na, and then they had problems, parang nagtitrigger silang to go back to what was familiar, and that was using drugs.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So you need to create new familiar. And the number 4 sign that you are in a toxic job is no work-life boundaries. You are expected to answer messages after shift, take calls on rest days, or stay overtime without pay. That's exploitation. And I think marami sa inyong nanonood sa amin ngayon ang nakaka-relate dito, most especially those people who are on the leadership role, hindi ba?
Yes.
Hindi ba, Kay?
Corrected by. Yan. Kaya, ito yung kasabihan na trabaho yung may oras, hindi ikaw. So,
Oo.
pero if you're in a leadership role, it's kind of like expected naman na. But not to the
Correct.
extent naman na halimbawa you file for a vacation and then you're still expected to answer on some queries na, 'di ba?
Yung ginagawa mo yan, 'di ba? Kahit nasa Baguio ka, tama, mali?
Hindi na.
Hindi na.
Noon
Nakaka-proud
siguro,
naman.
oo. Pero hindi kasi ano, ganito, ganyan. And I'm expected to watch them naman kasi even if I'm not there, mga ganyan. So,
Really.
kaya lang, what's the purpose of sending OOO if you're still expected
Oo nga.
to kind of like ganun. Pero, you know what, nakaka-fulfilling lang talaga and parang nakaka-proud lang talaga i-share na it's not like that anymore. I have my
Ah,
peace of mind na kapagka naka-vacation leave. Ang sarap lang sa
alright.
pakiramdam. Ito pala yung pakiramdam ng tao.
Na may buhay ka
Ikaw
outside work,
ikaw, Jay, kasi ang tagal mo na sa business na 'to and
Oo.
lalo na sa leadership, ha. So, I'm curious what's your take on yung even outside work, you're expected to,
There are positions kasi in a company wherein you're really expected to
mm.
jump in a situation, more especially emergency situations, to solve the problems because it's part of your job. You're an on-call type of leader, right? Most especially for the senior management, right? I remember before when I was as a senior manager for this company, and we were launching the program for 3 sites. And pag may nagka-problema ng Friday, or we also had weekend operations, nagkaka-problema ng weekend operations, even though rest days ko yun, I still need to jump in and make sure that the problem gets resolved and whatnot, so that by Monday, we're able to report really progress to the client.
Mm.
Yun. So I think when I was at TL naman, I it's not an expectation from me that I do that on my rest days. I still do it because my boss was a friend of mine. My boss was a senior manager back then. TL ako noon, right? I had an OM pero mas close ako sa friend ko. I take orders from my SOM before. Na kapag weekends may problema and whatnot, ay tinetext niya ako, chinachat niya ako, right? And I would respond. I would really jump, and I would turn on my computer and then, solve the problem for her, even though hindi siya paid. It's because I think meron siyang, dahil friend ko yung boss ko,
And you also
experience.
don't want to let him down, of course.
Yeah, let her down, correct.
If
Totoo yun.
I was in your position before, I would definitely feel the same way and do the same way.
And the number 5 sign that you are in a toxic job is toxic culture, like gossiping, power tripping, or favoritism. Kung mas takot ka sa office politics kaysa sa trabaho mo mismo, then yes, toxic yan. And sadly, common siya sa ilang BPO production floors. Lalo na yung mga
Kahit gaano ka
chika-chikahan.
kagaling, 'no? If toxic ang paligid mo, mauubos ka talaga.
True. Most especially yung gossiping or rumor mongering and power tripping, sobrang talamak niyan sa mga sa BPO companies. I never experienced yung power tripping because hindi nila
Oo.
masubukan sa akin mag-power trip because lalabanan ko talaga sila, right? Very, very recent lang, I experienced someone attempted to power trip me, and she is a VP of operation. We had an argument, we had a huge conversation up to the point wherein ginamit niya na yung kanyang position. I'm the VP of operations here. Right? And sabi ko lang, I'm not, I know that you didn't mean to deliver your message disrespectfully, so I will allow you to rephrase your statement.
That's power. Other people get stuck in that environment of toxicity kahit nasa isang session man yan, meeting or whatnot. Kasi hindi mo din mabiblame yung iba kapagka nilamon na ng toxicity. You would also kind of like mimic the toxicity, but you stood your
Correct.
ground, and that's power because not everyone has it.
And I hope that everyone would get to learn to take their power back because it's unjust. For me, it's unjust that you become inferior because someone wanted to use their position or their role. Ako ang take ko kasi dyan, I don't believe in mataas ang posisyon, mataas ang posisyon, mababang posisyon. All of us are employees, iba-iba lang tayo ng trabaho. Ikaw nagko-coach ka, ako nagko-coach ako. But we should be seeing each other as colleagues, not I'm the boss, you're the boss, or whatnot. Have you experienced na chismis ka or meron kang chinismis?
Baka hindi ko lang nadi-discover, girl.
Diba?
Baka
Oo.
magaling na sila kasi iba na yung mga marites ngayong 2025.
Ako,
Charing.
every company may chismis sa akin.
Talaga?
Alam mo yan.
Pero nakakaloka, no? Nakakarating sa'yo. So, I wonder what other people think
Oh,
of me.
sinasabi mo sa akin eh. Sinasabi mo sa akin eh. Tsaka nung boss mo sinabi sa akin eh.
Hindi, pero alam mo, nakakatuwa yung ganun. Pero, you know
Mm.
what? Yung mga ganyan, if ever mo makarating sa akin, it's either I would react the negative way or I would react in a negative way at first and then laugh it off na lang.
Talaga?
Laugh it off na
Talaga?
lang siguro. Kasi parang it's something that I need to learn eh. Kasi if you get absorbed by the
Mm.
negative energy, then your time will be consumed by it. Hindi ka na magkakaroon ng
Oo.
peace of mind. So
Mm.
parang, and
Pero tayo,
again, that's power, di ba? Parang ganon.
mm.
Siguro it's normal that you react, pero it's not normal to linger on that
Ah,
negative state of naman.
pareho tayo. Before medyo bagets pa ako, papatulan ko talaga, magagalit talaga ako, iko-confront ko yung tao na nagchichismis sa akin. Pero
Mm.
right now, parang bahala ka sa buhay, wala akong pakialam kung chismisan niyo ko, right? Mag-resign na kayo diyan. Mag-resign na kayo diyan. Baba ko na.
Kaloka, pinag-resign na. Pause muna tayo ng very, very light to also remind everyone to subscribe on this channel and hit that notification bell para lagi kayong updated sa mga fresh episodes namin. What if someone listening to us right now is checking off 3 out of 5 of these signs? Ano kaya mga pwedeng gawin?
Number 1 is you document. Start taking notes, yung mga chat screenshots, yung mga receipts, email trails, metrics. This will help if you need to file a report or protect yourself if things escalate. I always have this belief that if it's not documented, it did not happen, hindi ba? So if things become worse, that you really had to take extra step or escalated steps to resolve that toxicity, at least you are backed up with data, you are backed up with proof and the receipts, hindi ba? Most especially for situations wherein hindi naman talaga trabaho ang toxic eh. Sometimes a specific person lang, right? And if that specific person is becoming toxic, not just to you, but also to more people, and things need to change and need to get resolved, that you had to really escalate things, right? Probably to the highest person in the company, to the boss of your boss, or to literally anyone, right? At least you have facts to prove that things are really becoming toxic already, right? Number 2 is set boundaries. Learn to say no. We've already discussed this in our past episodes. If you haven't watched that, panoorin ninyo. Learn to say no. Kasi most especially Filipinos, okay, we have this disease to please, right? Whatever we were asked to do by our, most especially if that person is superior to us, we always have this tendency na yes. In fact, hindi mo na kaya eh. Yes, you can do it, but then again, the expectation when you say yes, that you can deliver at this specific timeline, and that you cannot do that because you still have a lot on your plate, right? So learn to say no and learn when to say yes. Lalo na pag rest days mo or tapos na ang shift mo. So respect your own time because no one else will unless you do. Kasi if you are available 24/7, you always say yes to these people 24/7, it only means, for me I only see that person, and I will always see that person as someone na don't know how to manage his or her time because lagi kang available eh. Anong ginagawa mo? Paano yung mga task mo? And number 3 is speak up safely. Talk to HR if possible, or find an ally sa workplace that you trust. Don't suffer alone, and again, you're not weak for raising concerns, hindi ba, Kay?
Correct. Kumbaga, you can advocate for yourself without burning bridges. Unless kung itong HR na to is hawak laig din.
So if ang HR, for example, you escalate it to HR, and we cannot deny the reality that there are some companies na yung HR nila is talagang very one-sided lang. So if that's the case, then my recommendation number 4 is look around. Update your resume, magtanong-tanong. Toxic jobs make you forget na may mga ibang options ka. Sometimes we are so immersed in the stress, in the toxicity, na nakakalimutan natin na may mga ibang options naman dyan. So start looking quietly and strategically.
Correct.
So in short, mag-resign pa rin talaga yung ending.
Yung pa rin yung endgame nyo, guys.
Correct.
Kaya naman, if this episode hit home, Share it with a teammate who might need to hear this, or message us and then let's talk.
This is the BPO Break Room, where we turn real stories into real solutions. Catch you on the next episode, and stay safe and stay sane, guys.
And to those who are listening to us right now, we want to hear from you. What did you learn from our episode today? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Tag us din sa mga trending memes ninyo. We're on YouTube, Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram.
Agree, Yana Grande. Let's interact on our social media accounts. And for those who are exploring opportunities in the BPO industry, work from home or on-site, join our messenger group. We post exclusive job ads every Monday. And lastly, check our bio and join our growing community.
Bye everyone! Kita-kits ulit!
Bye!
BPO Break Room Podcast.